So the thing is that that header file আমাদের লেখা হয়, right, for like that তোমরা জানো যে in case of when we are writing stdio.h, that is the corresponding header file, and that means what does meaning of this particular header file. That means there are some library functions like printf, scanf, and all other library functions that are included, that means that are written, the function declarations are written within the header file. So the thing is that, and that within the header file the function declarations are written, right. So the thing is that what will happen, the difference is nothing but when you have to write the header file, you have to save the header file by .h. When you are saving your C file by using .c, and in case of header file you are saving the file you just see by using like a name.h. I am just writing a simple header file, and that the functions are declared within header file. That is, function prototype is exist in a header file, no function bodies, and all header files only keep declarations of functions, declarations of data type, and micro constants, and body of the functions, that is functions definitions, that is not written in the header files. So hence no one can get source code of function like printf, scr, clr, scr, or scanf, etc. So all the functions declarations in header file is extra, right. That means all the function declarations in header file, the actual header file like stdio.h, that will be written as an external. Since visibility of the external data type is whole the program, so hence the other file can also access such functions. But the body of the header file is supplied at the time of at the time of linking. Okay. So you just remember the thing. That means the functions that are written in actual header file, not with stdio.h or something, the functions like a printf, scanf, the function are declared within the header file. Definition is not written, right? That means body of the function or the function definition is not written in the header files, and no one can get source code of functions like printf, scanf, etc. From that, and all the function declaration in header file, that is using extern. The visibility of extern is whole the program. So the other file can also access the function, and the body of the header file that will be supplied at the time of linking. So the thing is that I am just writing, we can write our own header file like that. I'm writing uses has include stdio.h, and I'm just printing the band, right. So the thing is that that particular file will be saved in the name of name.h. So what will happen when I am writing the main program, I am just has include stdio.h, and within integer main I am writing has include name.h, right. So what the significance of writing this program? You will see that particular has include name.h, whatever written here. Your header file, just substitute the value. It just substitute the value, right? It just substitute the value. That means, this is a name.h I am writing there, and when I am writing in a program which is name1.c, you just write. I'm within the main I'm just writing has include name.h, and you just write that has include in double inverted comma, and that in case of double inverted comma what is the meaning of that, because that will when we are using this double inverted comma, that is also valid. That means it will search only the corresponding directory in which directory your program is running. So this is not an issue, but the thing is that I can write double inverted comma and it will work as that. So the thing is that In that particular case, your program, when you run this particular program, that will just substitute, that will just substitute the value. It will just print Debian. What is the reason here? In hash input name.h, in name.h, when I'm writing the program, in name.h I am writing this particular thing will be substituted, right? And when the particular thing is substituted in place of name.h, it will just, it will just the print, it will just print the output. Yes, if you have questions, you can ask. Okay. That means, there are two ways to write the header file. Either you can, you know, this give double inverted comma, or you can give the angular bracket. Nothing is that if you use double quote mark, it means that the directory you are currently in, right? The directory you are currently in will be searched first for the header file before any other directories are in search, right? By using include path, we can search other directory. So when you are writing the header file with double quotes, that means that the directory you are currently in, that will be searched first for the header file before any other directories are searched. And when you are using this angle bracket, directories other than the one you are currently in will be searched for the header file, right? So the system dependent directories are searched. Usually this will be the default directory for header files specified in your compiler. So you will probably be using square bracket all the, trying like that. So what is the meaning of that? In that particular case, you are writing your own header file. So that's why that should be in your own directory. That means the directory you are currently in, that should be there. So I am writing double inverted comma. But when you are writing the angular bracket, that means the directories other than the one you are currently in will be searched for the header file, right? So the system dependent directory will be there. So they will be the default directory for the header files, right, specified in your compiler. So that is the thing. That means header file, just is acting like a macro. It will just substitute the value, right? So now let's see, I am writing another header file like that. This is nothing but square.h. I can write all the functions, declarations and definition here, because it is acting like a substitute. But the thing in actual include dot, that means has include stdr.h or conio.h or math.h, whatever header file is given by C, where the function declaration is only there, the definition is not given, and the function's definitions will be provided at the time of linking. But in that particular case, if we write a header file, I can write like that. That means I am writing, I am saving it by using square.h, and it will think that this is an integer, square integer, and it will just give you the square of two numbers. So the thing is that now if we write a program which is square1.c, I am just writing the same program, but I am just including the header file that it may be possible that your square, area of the square, area of the rectangle, area of the ellipse, area of the all the conics, parabole or hyperbola, you are you write it in a separate header file, and you are doing that particular thing lots of time, because you are calculating this in different aspect. So the thing is that it's better that you can create your header file, and you are just calling this particular, if you are including this header file, that means automatically you will see that integer, I am just including this header file that we are written in header file. This is just calculating the square, right? I can extend this header file, that means calculating the rectangle, area of rectangle, calculate the area of ellipse, area of a circle, whatever be the thing. Now the thing is that in square1.h, that is another file where I am including this square.h header file, and integer n, it is a number, I am scanning the number, and I am just printing the value, right? You just see, I am just calling this particular square function. If I am writing this is a hash include dot h. If you say I am writing this, say I am just writing, if I run this, you will see what will happen. It will enter a number, that means I am giving 5. You will see that will give you 25, right? That will give you the square, that is a 25. That means since the square function, this particular square, the square, that will be written in the square dot h, so that's why your program will running correctly. Now say I am just changing this into a normal header file. That means if I write it like that, like you are writing that has include stdio dot h, and I'm just including this particular header file, what you will see that will not find the square. This is it will see in the, this is a undefined reference to square that is given in right error, you will see. So they will give you two errors, so that's why that will fail. That means if you just change the header file, your program will not, because your program, you are including this header file, and within this header file this square is not available, right? But if I change it to my own defined header file, that means I am just writing this particular header file, the header file name is QUARE dot h, and that runs, that will run and that will give an output, right? That is the thing of the header file. That means if you can define your header file for your particular purpose, that means the same thing you are using like a square. Every time when you are calculating the square, rectangles, area of a square, area of a rectangle, and you have to call, write your own function. So it is better I am writing all the things in some header file, and when I am using this I am calling this header file, and that should be, that would be more beneficial for you. So you can write the header file like that. So the process of writing the header file, say I am just giving you the thing clearly, that what actually, that is a simple thing that we did actually. So I want to write a header file, that will be thing, say I am writing within this particular header file, say has include, you can write like the stdio dot h. I am writing this particular header file, and the thing is that I'm writing, say has defined, I am writing pr, I am writing, say fmt, I am writing val, and say the thing is that I'm writing, say printf, you know say whether it will work or not, I have to see that, but at least I try. Say val, I can write like that, say uh, val, say equals to, that should be like that, that should be fmt, right, that should be right, that I'm writing. So that is a tab, you know that would be val. That is the reason of writing, because we will see what is the actual meaning of that. If some error will occur, that will be checked, and I am like I can define, write a, say nl, that means new line, and I am just writing put cat, you know that would be, that would be like that. That is nothing but the, backslash n. I can write like that, backslash n. So that is the has defined, and the thing is that I can write like that, that means has define in, I am writing, say print one, say print, say print one, and if this is f, x1, and the thing is that I'm writing like pr, if this is x1, and the thing is that NL. So I can write has defined print 1, this is fx1 and prfx1 and new line. So the thing is that if I can want to pass more than that, that will also be you can write like that. You can also write like that. That means the thing is that if we write like that, we can pass more than that. That means you can also write like that, say has defined, you know I am writing, say print, that is print 2, and this is f, say x1, say this is x2, and I am writing in pr, this is, say, if x1, and the thing is that, and we can call like that print print 2, say if x2, you know x3. So say I am writing the functions, you know right, that whether it will run or not, that will be seen, but what will happening I will explain it. That means this particular header files, that will begin with the include statement of its own. This is calling for the insertions of the file, stdio.h, that is required by the standard C library, and the rest of the header file that will comprises macros for printing, right, that will comprising macros for printing. So I am just saving this file. You just say I am save file as, I can name this particular file, say this header file is, say this is my header file, so I name this with my name, and dot h, you just see I am saving it with respect to dot h, so I am saving this, right. And when you have saved this particular file, so I have to write another file, say this another file, you can say I'm just writing the control statement. Say if I want to write the control statement, say, so what I am doing, I am just including this header file. That means I am I am include this particular header file, and the header file name is, this is the corresponding header file, and within the header file just say I am writing our main functions. And the thing is that I am writing this main function. This is a simple thing I want to do, that say integer x, y is equals to 1, and say I'm writing z, and the thing is that, say if, right, if, say y is say not equals to, say 0, if y is not equals to 0, say x is equals to 5. I'm writing this, and the thing is that I am just print this one, and I am writing this, say d, and x, right there. I am writing like that, that d and x. So the thing is that, what is the effect of this? Uh, say I am just I have to save it like that. So say save file as, I am just saving is uh, say condition simple condition dot c. I am just saving it with dot c. So the thing is that I have to first, if we compile it like that, yes, you want to build like that. Okay, so the thing is that, right, that, okay, so the thing is that, and after that, if I run this file, whether it will run or not, let's see. uh, what will give? Yes, it will give x equals to 5, right? That is the thing. That means, it will give x equals to 5. What I am writing, x y equals to 1 z, and if y not equals to 0, x equals to 5. Yes, of course y is not equals to 0, so x equals to 5. And you just see that I am writing print 1, and d comma, x. I am writing d comma x. So the thing is that what will happen here, that means d comma x, what is happening there, that means you are calling, the value of x is equals to 5, right? So if the value of x equals to 5, then what will happen? If we see what will happen, I am, writing this. So, you know, what will happen in that particular case, this, you know, this print 1, right? This print 1 will call like that. That means it will call d comma, 5, right? It will call d comma 5, and that, d comma 5, this d comma 5, that means that will expand to, that means what will happen, that will call, and that print 1 d comma 5, that will be in header file, right? So if it is within the, header file, then what will happen, if it is within the header file, you know what is going on, right? That if this is the header file, within this header file you will see that, you know uh, what will happen. That means I am writing this, you just see, oh, that will be deleted. So the thing is that in that particular, what I am calling, print 1, d comma 5. That means I am calling this d comma 5. Now that particular thing, that which, you know expand to, which expands, you know to, what is expansion? That means I am calling this one, right? That will be, I will calling this one. That means when you are calling, print 1 d comma 5, in that particular thing, what will happen, it will replace it with this, right? That means this will be expand to, this will be expand to pr, you know d comma 5, right? D comma 5, and as well as the corresponding new line, that means nl. Yes, and which further, which, further expands to, expands to right, which further expands to, because, this pr d comma 5, this is the pr d comma 5, that means fmt is d and value is 5. So it will, execute the printf statement, right? It will execute the, this particular, this particular printf statement, that will execute this. That means it will execute, expand to this. That means this value, that will be replaced by, 5. And the thing is that, this particular fmt, that will be, replaced by d, and, that particular value is nothing but 5, right? And there should be another thing, because there is also nl, and nl means put char new line. That means, that would be put char, and the thing is that, that would be like that, put char, that would be that new line, that will be replaced, and, you know which, and which finally becomes, which finally becomes, that is the thing that will be printing like that, which finally becomes, this printf 5 equals to, This will be percentage. That means that will be, say, 5. That equals to percent d. you know this is like that. That will be, we can write like that. That means this is, and then 5. So it will print 5, and a corresponding new line is there. That means this is put cat. you know this will be printing like that. So the thing is going on like that. If we write a header file, that will be, we are dealing with right there. This will be expanded to this, and this will be again expanded to this particular thing.
হ্যাঁ, এবারে if you see here, first of all we are there are two files. One is ex.c and ex.h. The ex.h is actually the header file. Okay, sir, ওই ex.h এ যাবেন একবার। If you see, means usually what we do is that in the usual programming, the stdio.h, stdlib.h, all these include statements are there in the original .c source code file. But since we are using this header file, I have included this means include statements in this header file. Okay, so hash include stdio.h, hash include stdlib.h, and these define things means all the definitions and of the functions and the type definitions are present in this header file. Okay, means if you see that I have defined a macro of which is having a value 5. Okay, and then from line 4 to line 7 there is a structure whose name is tag. Okay, means having the tag stack. Then I have renamed it, means I defined it as tag in line 8. Okay, and 9 and 10 are actually some function definitions. Not, they are just function definitions. They are not the declarations. Okay, one thing which needs to be kept in mind is that you should never ever, I repeat, you should never ever give some definition in header.h. means it shall lead to some weird sort of undefined behavior. Means it is not means if you read the book by Dennis Ritchie, the C programming language second edition, there means C, the compiler, means whatever things which are not specified in C are left as open for the compiler designer. The compiler designer can follow any sort of thing to resolve such issues. So it might happen that if you do give some in header.h, means the header file, it might happen that in some compiler it shall give something else, and in other compiler it shall give something else. So it is a point of note that you should never give some definition, such as means you might feel like, since we are using the pop and stack functions everywhere, why not define them in the header means the header file? You should never do that. Okay, means sir, এবারে ওই .c ফাইলটা জান। স্যার
হ্যাঁ, গেছি তো, দেখো, দেখতে পাচ্ছ না? .c ফাইলটাই গেছি কিন্তু।
স্যার
হ্যাঁ, .c ফাইলটাতে গেছি, দেখো।
Now if you see, the first line of this code means the line 1 is no longer having that has include std error, which has include std lib.
মানে কি এখানে স্ট্যাক স্টার মানে কি এখানে পয়েন্টার? তো
I am coming to it. I am coming to it. Hash include std error is not no longer there. Okay, so what we are doing simply here is ex.h. Okay, then simply ex.h one thing. ex.h is no longer in angular brackets now. it is given in quotations, just as you define a string. Okay, means what is the significance of it? Its significance is that first of all, it will search in the same directory as the ex.h, wherever ex.h is saved in a computer. Okay, means after that, if ex.h is not present in the folder wherever you have created ex.c, then only it shall go and search in the standard C library. Okay, before that it will not do so. Means there is a hierarchical level. So if your header.h is there in the means file, in the folder where you have created the ex.c, okay, you should use that quotations. Okay, you should not use angular brackets around that ex.h hash include. Okay, now if you স্যার একটুখানি স্ক্রল ডাউন করবেন মেইনটা যাতে পুরো দেখা যায়। হ্যাঁ, নাও ঠিক আছে, only the last brace is means getting cut, আর একটু কি নিচে নামানো যাবে, তাহলে ওরা পুরো মেইনটা দেখতে পেতে স্যার।
That is the main.
Okay. See, this is the definition of declaration of main. Okay. Now, just as I have defined in the means, see, in this whole code, means the whole main code, means this ex.c, I have defined nothing as stack. Okay. The entire definition of stack means the struct stack in small letter, and then type defining it as stack means usually when we define structure variable, we use the term as struct stack, struct tag. Then we give the definition of means the name of the structure variable. But since I've used stack def, okay, instead of means the using the whole thing as struct stack is, I can just write stack beginning with S, capital S, okay, and then S. Means as per line 25, we have defined, okay, we have defined the stack variable S. Okay, now as per this means that stack, the variable case has been allocated memory now in main, under main, in the activation record. Okay, now then once it has been allocated memory, so we are setting s.top as -1 because this is the initialization condition for the stack. Okay, now after we are doing it, I have whatever I have defined, those means pop, push, whatever, those are based on their reference type functions. Okay, I have defined it in that manner because they are taking the pointers to this stack. Okay, now if we want to means I am not sending the copy of the stack directly, I am sending the pointer to the stack variable. Okay, and it answers the question, means why I have written stack star and not stack. Okay, means that is a pointer to the stack variable. So if you see line, means this is a menu driven program. Okay, so while we are going into an infinite loop, and line number 29 to 32, I guess, yes, they are just printing something on the terminal. Okay, for to be an interactive program. And line 33 is just means they are just variable declarations, and we are on line 34. What are we doing is that on line 34 we are taking the
Abhishek,
input of the choice.
that s.top equal to -1 means what you told right now.
Okay.
Line number 26.
See, sir, ex.h টা একবার দেবেন। See, the structures means from line 4 to line 7. Okay, we are having a structure definition.
Okay.
The structure is having a tag stack. Okay, the thing which is given in green in code block. Now, what
is a structure? I did not understand. What exactly is a structure?
You means you do not know what is a structure. Means you are not acquainted with structure.
No.
Okay, so for this is an example of a user defined data type. Okay,
Okay.
whatever this means for using structure you can in this user defined data type. So you understand what I mean. See in I'm explaining it. Means in see if you want an integer variable, okay, what do you write? Int
Okay.
x t semicolon.
Yes.
Okay. Now using this
Yes.
definition and after practice what I'm doing, stack means not the stack written in green, the stack which is having s in caps lock. Okay. Uh, a is now as we it as like now that as we can get into in now you hello.
Yes.
Yes,
The voice
yes, you
was
can
not coming
Voice tech clear.
hear.
Okay. So means
Now it's
whatever
clear.
I'm okay. Now suppose you are having a stack variable. Okay, means whatever means stack is you are defining. Okay, stack is means you can now this structure whatever structure is there. This is the definition of a structure as you can see. Means structure this structure means the data type which we are defining is having two components within it. Okay, means one is this array which is having a size of max which is an integer array, and another is a variable which is integer and it is dot. Now how you can access this stack variables using uh, the components of this structure is that using the dot pointer dot operator. Okay, means we means if you have a variable stack variable s which is having a data type stack. Okay, you can do is using s dot set top you can access that member. স্যার একটুখানি কি x dot শিটে যাবেন? So this answers the question, I guess, means why is dot top equals to -1 means what is happening in there. Okay. Now whatever we are doing is that in switch, I know I hope you know.
Since we are declaring stack as pointer, stack start, then stack s means s is defined as pointer here. So anything will be written.
No, S is not defined as pointer. Mind it, S is not a pointer. S is just a variable. End of S shall give the pointer. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
S,
Thank you.
S is not a pointer. So,
But we are
mm,
denoting the stack as s here. From now on, we will denote the stack as s. That means it means this only, right?
yes,
Okay.
that is the thing. I just made an attempt to share my screen. I don't know how long it shall be stable. Is my screen sharing?
Yes, you can see.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
স্যার তাহলে
Yes.
আমি একটু share করি। হয়তো আবার ফিরে এসছে ঠিকঠাক ভাবে যাতে ড্রপ না হয় সেটা আমি দেখছি ঠিক আছে স্যার
Okay, 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 no problem. That's better.
আর ইন কেস যদি ড্রপ পড়ে যায় আমাকে একটু বলবেন হ্যাঁ
Okay.
সি is the screen visible now everybody
Yes, yes, it
Yes,
is
yes.
visible.
Yes, yes.
okay now see means here wait a minute, we were here so this is the structure I am explaining it to you in many people were having is that with a stack this stack is the variable wait a minute See, the problem which many of you were having is that whether this means stack is a pointer or not. See, I have not defined it as a pointer. Means this definition which is having, which is there here. Okay, this is just a definition of a data type. Just as we define means int or something like that. That is the thing. Means using type def struct is means stack. We are just giving this means making this stack as a data type. So when we are using it, this stack is, it is just a variable, usual variable, just as int x is concerned. Okay. Now if you do s dot top means s dot top, what we can do is that this is the structure. Okay, this is the structure. We are accessing this, the user defined data types field, which is top. Okay, here, and we are setting it -1 since top is an integer type. Now next what we are doing is that we have defined a menu driven program here. This is a while loop, and here are the means choices which shall be printed onto the console. And this is the ch is the means the variable for taking the choice, and we are inputting the choice here. Okay, so what we're doing is here, in case if you enter one, element will be pushed into the stack. I hope sir has told you, means as many of you were saying that just now sir has told you how to use, means what is the stack and how to use it. Okay, so and if you do in, and on, if you give the choice as 2, it shall pop the element which has been just pushed onto the stack, and if you give 3, then our program shall exit. Okay, and in case of anything else, uh, we shall get an error. Okay, so let us just see how this program runs. Okay, then we shall go into the greater more details. Okay, so how you shall run a program in Linux using gcc command, this is also important. Okay, see, what I'm doing is that first of all, means this program is there in my assignment one folder under home. Okay, so I have redirected my means current present working directory this folder. Otherwise, using GCC, your terminal will not be able to find it where the program is. Okay, so what I'm doing is now GCC ex.c. It is compiling, and it found no compilation errors. Okay, let us run it. So how a compilation works is that means after you have compiled this program, what happens is that whatever is present in this header file, okay, this is the header file. Whatever is present in this header file, including this is stdio.h, stdlib.h. Okay. Oh, well. Hello.
Yes, you are.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Time give feedback. Okay. Otherwise, it is quite difficult to understand whether that connection is again dropped or not. So what happens is that whenever you compile a code, it has many phases. First of all, what shall happen is that this this ex.h, this hash include ex.h, what it shows is, first of all, this hash include stdio.h shall copy everything what is there in stdio.h to the header file, and then hash include stdlib.h shall copy everything what is present in stdlib.h into this header file named ex.h. Okay. After this, when we are including this hash include ex.h, what it shall do is whatever has been produced here, that shall be copied into this file. Okay, and after that the object, and one object, that is this a dot out, this executable shall be created. This means if you are using this window environment, it shall be named as a.exe, but in Linux, you for executable file you are having extension, okay, a.out. So a dot to run this a dot, sorry, to run this a dot out, what we need to do is dot forward slash a dot out shall cause this executable file to run. Okay, in this shell. Now I hit enter. See, yeah, our program is running. It is asking what are the options what options are there. Suppose I give a random working. Okay, I work it in a random manner. I give choice 1 and the data I want to push is 1. I give again push data is 2, again push data is 3, again push data is 4, again push data is 5. Okay, now see one thing. I have pushed, see max is 5. Okay, the size of this structure, this is a user defined data type and this array is having a size of maximum 5. So now I want to know what is stack overflow. Now if I try to push something else, say if I try to push 6 again, so it is giving stack overflow. It is and while I try to enter the element 6. Okay, let me pop the elements. If I do pop, the last element which was there on the top of the stack is 5. Now it is getting popped. After pop, is popped. If I do 2, 3 is popped again, 2 is again, 1 is popped, and now if you can understand, the stack is empty now. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 was the sequence, and the pop sequence was 5 4 3 2 1. See, this is the running example of a stack. Okay, now if we do once more pop, we shall give overflow, underflow. Sorry, we shall give underflow. The stack is empty. Okay, now let me go into this implementation part. Implementation is also important. Now, see here what is saying is, now while we are calling push means when we are trying to push the element, we are not sending the direct variable is. Okay, we are pointer to this data. This is the thing. We are sending a pointer to this data type. Usually, whenever you are using any sort of user defined data type, it's better that you use the pointer, because otherwise, C is a programming language which uses call by value. Okay, not call by reference. So whatever data you pass here is actually copied. So if your structure means your data type, user defined data type, is very very huge, means very huge, means uh, this having this small size. See, if integer is having 4 bytes, 4 into 5 plus, and another one is 4 bytes is there in the structure, but suppose you are having very huge, suppose MB of structure size. While doing now, if you do not pass a pointer here, what shall happen is that this exact structure shall be copied to this parameter, this formal parameter here. So to avoid that, whatever memory we have located inside main, using that only. Okay, this just a 4 byte pointer is passed. That 4 byte pointer is copied here, uh, and that thing. Okay, instead of copying the entire structure. This is a usual convention which is followed in the C programming environment. So what we are doing is that, uh, since we are handling this user defined data type, we are handling it on our own. Okay, so everything which we want has to be implemented by us. When we are trying to push an element, so means see uh, sorry, see our full means structure had is means this our, okay, see it had a size of 5. Now since C indexing starts from 0 to max minus 1. Okay, so it shall go from 0 to max minus 1 and storing the stack, and max minus 1 means that the stack is currently full. Okay, now if I try to show you example, bear with me. Suppose this is our stack, this is our array. Okay, this is our array A, this is index 0, this is index 1, this is index 2, this is index 3, this is index 4. Okay, now up till this is our stack. Okay, this point is not there. Now what we are doing is that at the beginning, top is pointing here. It is actually pointing nowhere. Okay. When we are trying to push an element inside, what we are doing is that first of all, we are doing top plus plus. It shall happen is that top shall now point to this. Okay. Then what we are doing is that user gives input as 1. What is happening in this array? We are using 1. Again, when we are trying to push, what we do is that first of all we increment of, and then in this location we insert 2. Means suppose user gives 2. Okay, in this way, if we go, okay, now in this way, if we have this value, means have these values. After the at this point, stack top is pointing here. Okay, and max, since max is 5, max is defined as 5. We having top as 4, means that is max 5 minus 1. Max minus 1. The condition which is written here. If now if we want to reference means variable, uh, I mean element of a structure using the pointer, what you do is simply use this arrow symbol. See, if we want to use variable in not in its pointer form, what you can use is dot. And if you want to use an top element using the pointer to this s, what you can do is instead of using dot, you can use, you should use rather the arrow, this arrow operator. Okay, this means that if that
Can you repeat this part again? I did not understand. When to use this arrow and
uh-huh. See, stack is, okay, the stack is a variable of stack type, but it is not a pointer to stack variable. We are using this variable on its own, means it is not a pointer. This variable, then we should use s dot top, means dot operator is used that time. Now, since it push, what we are having, we are passing pointer to s. Okay, so what is here? We are having means stack star s. So s is a pointer here. Okay, s is a pointer to a structure variable. So when we are using a pointer to access element, this element inside stack, okay, what we shall do is we shall use arrow operator. So what we are checking is that if this top of the stack is currently max minus 1, that means we are in a situation like this. This stack is full. Since the stack is full, what we are doing is that on the standard output, okay, standard error, std error. Do you know std error? What is std error?
No.
Hello.
No.
No, we don't.
Okay. So
Actually, if
suppose
printf, what does it mean? If printf, that also we don't know. What is the printf? We know. What is the difference between if
okay. See, printf and fprintf has a difference, but it's very minor. Okay. So, do you know the concept of file? Hello.
না না তাদের কোনো কনসেপ্ট নেই যে ফাইল পর্যন্ত, তাদের রিকার্শন পর্যন্ত বলা হয়েছে।
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, তাহলে তো এরা এই fprintf এর ব্যাপারটা বুঝতেও পারবে না।
না, ওই যতটুকু উপরে বোঝানো যায় বুঝিয়ে দে, যখন ক্লাস হবে তখন তো আমি বুঝিয়ে দেবো। যতটুকু বেসিক জিনিসটা বোঝানো যায় জাস্ট বুঝিয়ে দে।
See, what it means is that this std error means it's a special output stream. Okay,
Screen
means
is not visible.
আবার দেখা যাচ্ছে না?
No.
Wait a
না,
minute.
stop হয়ে গেছে। I have a question regarding members. The default data types like A and double, do they have any defined some members, anything like that?
No, they are actually means defined C means C has implemented that is means you need to see the means internal definitions rather. Okay, means you need to go through the means they are actually primitive data types. Okay, means using those primitive data types you can create other data types, but usually since they are pre-cooked things, they it is assumed that they do not contain anything inside them. Means if had they content inside them in anything, then we could have written statements like, see, if D is a double type data, then we could have done D dot something and get something else. Means since a double is a primitive data type, they do not have anything inside them. Okay, means this point has to be kept in mind. Means the data types which we have used means which are provided by C directly, like those int, short, byte, long, all those things means and character. These things are primitive data types. Okay, and the data types which we produce ourselves using structures, and array is also a data type. Okay, so using primitive data types, whatever data type which we create on our own, those are known as composite data type or user defined data type. Okay, I hope I was clear.
Yes, yes,
If
absolutely.
we want to store, suppose if you want to store to the power 50 somewhat value, if you take this structure and there is a member of int data type, so it will int have 4 bits and a range of up to I think 9 lakhs or 9 crore. So it will take the whole at once and then another whole at once. So like this go on, or else one digit it will enter inside the array.
Coming to your question, okay, means remind me after I am done with this, I shall show you another example regarding your question of storing a huge number in C, okay, and displaying it. So here, if printf what it does is that strr means that something related to error. Keep it in mind. That is the only thing currently which you need to know. Is something you do when you want to show some sort of an error, or to indicate some sort of an error, and it shall print onto your terminal. Okay, means it shall print somewhere here.
I mean, just like std out, std in, like that.
It shall
Here you have put 5
Stack
and after
Overflow.
that you have put 6 since
Ah.
it is greater than 5, so Stack Overflow like this. Okay.
Like that. Okay, means see that stack means print. What if printf is doing is that it is just a modified version of printf. Okay, you could also have used printf and written stack overflow. That is not an issue. You shall get into the minute details after you read the file handling. Okay, so what we are doing is that now using that user defined data type, that is has a point means variable a. Okay, means as you can see here, s is having a variable a, and that is an array, and we are accessing the plus means topeth position of s topeth position of sa, and that too after incrementing it. I hope you know what is pre-increment means. Before using it, it shall be incremented and then the item shall be stored. This is exactly what I was saying here. Okay, so top is before means first of all we are increasing top and then entering the value, then we are increasing top and then entering the value. This is what is happening here. Okay, Next, what we are doing here is that, yeah, if the top is, means if the stack is empty, this is the condition for empty checking, means whether the stack is empty or not. There we give means uh, stack underflow, okay. And if the if this condition is true, this shall be printed and we shall return, just as in here we are returning. And if this condition is not true, then only this statement shall run, and then only this statement shall run, okay. So what are we returning here is that uh, the element pointed to by top, just as in here, okay. If our top is currently 4, first of all you are returning 5 and then decrementing top to 3, okay. This is what we are doing. We are means using the top, means top position, and then decrementing it by 1, okay. This is a brief, means
When the top is gets assigned -1, it returns minus 999. Is it?
it is not assigned -1, it is checking whether it is -1 or not. See, there is equal to
After
here.
1, it gets the value -1. Is it? After 1.
No, after 1, I am not getting a
5, 4, 3. It is decrementing. 5 after 5. It will
okay, yeah.
that 3.
Yeah. The top is 0, means the top is pointing to 0, okay. Now after we are removing, means see, a situation shall be like this: when top is pointing to 0, okay, and 0 is containing and this array position is containing 1. Now after we strike off 1, the stack shall be something like this, and top shall point to -1. It means that our stack is empty now, okay. Since our stack is empty now, we are using -999, means we have nothing to return actually.
I
And
had a
if we have
question.
something,
I had a question. যখন তুমি পপছো তখন তো টপটাকে ডিক্রিমেন্ট করছো, তার মানে যে এলিমেন্টটা পপ হচ্ছে সেটা তো মেমোরিতেই রয়ে যাচ্ছে। নেক্সট টাইম যখন পুশ করছে তখন সেটাই জাস্ট ওভাররাইট হবে।
এটাই করা হয় whenever you are using an array implementation. We use this sort of thing, because why unnecessarily override that, means just we decrement this pointer, okay. That is what I have said.
মানে আমি পুরোপুরি
okay.
মেমোরি থেকে ডিলিট করতে পারছি না।
হোয়াটস দ্য ইউজ, মানে কোনো তো কাজ নেই ওটার, আমার দরকার নেই, শুধু শুধু আমরা এক্সট্রা সময় নষ্ট করবো কেন মেমোরির মধ্যে আলতু ফালতু কিছু লিখে তারপরে আবার নিচে যাওয়া, মানে 0 করে কি যাই কিছু করে তো লাভ নেই। আমার যত সাইজটা আছে ততটাই এরকমই করা হয়, ইউজুয়ালি এরকমই করা হয়, ওকে।
আচ্ছা, ওকে।
মানে 0-র পর ওটা যখন 1টা পপ হয়ে যাচ্ছে তখন -1টা আসছে, তারপরে আর কি ওই রিটার্নটা যেমন আর কি রয়েছে, রিটার্ন -999 ওই জিনিসটা হচ্ছে।
হ্যাঁ, এখানেও তো তাই বলা আছে। See, when we are popping data item 1, next again we are trying to do some pop. It is displaying stack underflow and -999 has been displayed here, okay.
ওকে, সো অভিষেক তুমি তাহলে এটা রাখতে, তুমি একটা ধরো প্রবলেম নিয়ে যেখানে ডেটা সেট ওটা দেখিও।
হ্যাঁ, ওটা দেখাচ্ছি।
ওকে,
see here, this is a problem, okay. I don't know this problem or not, but if you read it,
হ্যাঁ এইটাই দিয়েছিল,
হ্যাঁ এটাই।
So what there is a problem here, means I am not going into the entire detail of this question, okay. It also requires means dynamic programming, I guess. I don't remember it how I had solved it in first year, but what the crux is that, means it uses means huge size of numbers, okay. The number size is very huge, means you cannot actually handle it.
তোমার 11 সাম দিলে 22,000 মতো ওএস আসছে, ঠিক আছে। তো এরকম ধরে নাও 1000 অবধি বলা আছে, তো তোমার কোনো 156 দিলেই ওভারফ্লো করে যাচ্ছে, মানে দেখাচ্ছেই না ভ্যালু, 0 দেখিয়ে দিচ্ছে সোজা। আমরা যদি আনসাইন লং
do here is, see this, no, you cannot do like that, okay. see how you need to do is, see this, do not see this, do not see this, just see this, how I have explained it, means how I have declared an user defined type number. Okay, number is my new type. It is having a very high range. Okay, and it can store up to 10 to the power 100. As per the need, it can store 10 to the power 100. How? I am using an array which is having a size 101. Okay, so what it is doing is that, let me explain it. See, we are having uh, an array. Okay, this is our array. This is our array, and this is 0 dot 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 up till 100. Since it is having size of, okay, 101, a is 101, so its range is from 0 to 100. Okay, so what we can do here is, we can represent a number. Suppose we are, it would be better if I means, in C usually you have an array like this. For conceptual visualization, what you can, means everything is logical, right? Means you cannot just say, means this is array, means this is not an array like that. Is this, you can just conceptualize it as this. See, this is an array A. This is index 0. This is index 1. And it goes on to, this is 100. Okay, so we are having actually 100 digits with us. So if we have a number, say we have a number 1 2 3, how we can represent it in this our array is that, we can store 3 here in the units position, we can store 2 here in the ones position, rather, and we can store 1 in this hundreds position, and the rest as 0 0 0. Okay, now if we want to make calculations, we have to make calculations using this array, whatever we have created. Okay, so if you see here, this is a character array. Okay, means it is having this amount, and we have defined a structure type number, and number becomes our data type now. Okay, so whatever I have done is that, means for to handle huge amount of data, means the huge amount of number, I have created an addition function of my own. See, it is having 2 parameters, number A, number B. This is just an example. And let us see how this addition has been implemented. If you understand one thing, you shall be able to do the rest of them. Okay, so see this is the addition code, entire addition code. So what we're doing is that, accordingly, means this is the entire implementation. I am not going into the details of this. You can implement it on your own. But what my intention was here is that, suppose this is an array. Okay, this is a, means this is, suppose number x is this, and number y is, suppose everything is 0 in the beginning, and here we have 1 1 and 1. Okay, now if we want to add these these things, what we can do is that we can run a loop. Okay, from say 0 to 100 and take these corresponding positions. Okay, say x dot ai plus y dot ai. Okay, these are the positions. You add them and store it in, say, the buffer, the extra number which shall store the result. Say it as number buffers. It shall store the result, and you store the result in, say, buffer dot, say, a of I. Okay, now here you need to do something, is that you just see this array which I have defined here, okay, is a character array. See, this is a character array, and whatever it is storing, it is C. In C, what happens is that if we give 0, 0 is having an ASCII code of, I think, say 48, I guess. I don't remember the exact value, but probably it is 48 or 49, might be, I don't know. So what it does is that, suppose 3 is there, 3 is stored in index position 0. What character equivalent is present in a dot I am not concerned with that. What I shall do is that I shall subtract 0. So what I shall be having is that this entire portion shall give me 3. This shall give me 3. Similarly, if I do 0 here, minus 0, it shall give me 1. So after 3 and 4, this is a usual addition now, you shall get 4. But you cannot just store 4 here, because it shall be something Hebrew sort of thing in ASCII code. So what you should do is,
ক্যারেক্টার
this
জিরো
is,
প্লাস করতে হবে।
you should do character 0 plus. One more thing which you need to do is, means these are basic stuff, means this is how you need to implement addition. See, suppose now this is a usual case, normal case. Okay, now what might happen is that you say, suppose add 7 plus 5, character 0, means this is the thing. Now if you do minus 0 and minus 0, you shall be getting 7 and 7 and 5. Okay, and if you add them, you shall be getting 12. Now if you cannot just add 0 and store it in this, why? Because 12 is not a digit. So what you should do is that extract this 2, okay, by modular division 10. Okay, when you are performing this value, okay, performing this operation, you are getting 12, do modular division 10. Okay, do modular division 10, store the remainder, put the remainder, after modular division, whatever you are getting is that, say, r plus 0, you put it here. Okay, and the carry, you keep it aside. Say the carry is having a value c, here it is 1. Okay, here it is 1, you keep it. Now next, when you are adding this, performing this addition, 2 plus 1, suppose if you are having a carry inside here, see, okay, suppose it is not 3 plus 1, it is, say, 3 plus 9. Okay, here 2 shall come and a carry of 1 shall come here. So you add it like that. Okay, using this concept, means first carry shall come, the usual normal means decimal addition which we do. Okay, but now you shall take into consideration this character manipulation. Okay, using that character manipulation and a bit of means, I guess I don't remember, but some other concept you need to do. Okay, apply. Then the main problem in this code was that, means the huge range of values. Okay, now while printing, what you can do is, means just print it as it is. Means if this is the number, you can, since I had a character number, okay, this was a character array, why did I choose character array? This was the thing, because so that I could print it as a string. Okay, so when I am doing it as here, I am doing it as n dot a. But one thing is to be kept in mind when I am doing n dot a. What I might have done is that wait a minute. See this. This was our array. Okay. So I guess the concept is clear now. Means you can do one or two implementations using this. You can think on your own. Means how you can implement it, as I have said. Means using the concept just said. Then you can just give it a try. Means if I say everything bit by bit, then it shall not be very interesting for you. Means you try to write the code on your own once. I also did so during my first year. So just try it once. I am giving one more hint. See here, when we are doing n dot a, we are getting a pointer to this array. Okay. Then we are directly printing it. How we are printing it, why we are printing it, how is it happening? You think on yourself once, and I shall be sharing this code with Sir, and try to implement it once. And if you are having any difficulty, then you can refer to this code. Okay. And if you cannot understand any portion, you can check through this comments. And even if you cannot understand, then you can contact me. Okay. Sir.
ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ। তাহলে অভিষেক, যতটুকু ওরা বুঝতে পারলো, হয়তো প্রথমে অনেক কিছু বুঝতে পারবে না।
ক্যারেক্টার অ্যারে। সাপোজ ক্যারেক্টার অ্যারের মধ্যে ক্যারেক্টার অ্যারে, ঠিক আছে, আমার মেমোরিতে কিভাবে স্টোর করা থাকে। ঠিক আছে, এরকম ভাবে স্টোর করা থাকে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
নাও আমি যদি ক্যারেক্টার অ্যারে পোস্ট ইকুয়ালস টু 1 2 3 লিখি, কি হবে? যদি ক্যারেক্টার অ্যারে 1 2 3 লিখি, তাহলে কি হবে? 1 হবে, 2 হবে, 3 হবে, 0 হবে। ঠিক আছে,
হ্যাঁ
এতটুকু বোঝা গেছে?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে ক্যারেক্টার অ্যারে অফ 0 কি হচ্ছে 1, ক্যারেক্টার অ্যারে অফ 1 হচ্ছে d2। এগুলো কিন্তু মানে সি এর ডিক্লারেশন না, এটা আমি জাস্ট বোঝাচ্ছি কি আছে এর মধ্যে।
হ্যাঁ
এটা হচ্ছে আমার আছে মেমোরির মধ্যে। ঠিক আছে, এবার ধরো আমার কাছে আরেকটা বি আছে। ঠিক আছে, কালারটা চেঞ্জ করে নেব। দেখা যাচ্ছে কালারটা?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
দেখা যাচ্ছে বিটা?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ দেখা যাচ্ছে।
ঠিক আছে, ধরো আমার কাছে আরেকটা নাম্বার আছে। ঠিক আছে, এটা ধরো কি পাইবে 911, 911 আছে। এবারে আমি এটাকে স্টোর করছি এরকম ভাবে আছে। ঠিক আছে, এখানে আমি মেমোরিতে দেখাবো। ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে, এবারে ধরো আমি এদের সাম করতে চাই, তাহলে আমরা আরেকটা ধরো অ্যারে নিলাম, সেটাও ধরো ক্যারেক্টার অ্যারে। ঠিক আছে, যার সাইজ হচ্ছে 4, তা মনে রাখবে এটা ক্যারেক্টার অ্যারে। তাহলে আমি কি করব, দেখো এর যে তোমার ইন্ডেক্স পজিশন 2 আছে, ঠিক আছে, তার মধ্যে ভ্যালুটা কি আছে 9, ক্যারেক্টার 9 কিন্তু মনে রাখবে।
হ্যাঁ,
তো আমরা কি করব, ধরো সাম কিছু একটা বানালাম ভেরিয়েবলের মধ্যে কি করব, b of 2 প্লাস b of 2 minus 0, ঠিক আছে, প্লাস b of a of 2 minus 0 যদি করি তাহলে কি হবে, এখান থেকে 2 এখান থেকে 3 আসবে, এখান থেকে 9 আসবে, ঠিক আছে। এবারে 12 এলো এখানে, ঠিক আছে, 12 এলো। এবারে আমি তো 12টাকে ডাইরেক্টলি এখানে পুট করতে পারবো না, মানে ধরো আমার কাছে একটা সি এরকম আছে, এটা ধরো সি আছে, আমি অ্যাজিউম করে নিলাম আমার শেষে নাল টার্মিনেশন আছে, ঠিক আছে। আমি তো এখানে ফট করে 12, এইখানে তো ফট করে আমি 12 দিয়ে দিতে পারবো না, 12 বলে কিছু হয় না, মানে 12 ইজ নট এ ভ্যালিড ডিজিট। এই জন্য আমি কি করব, এই যে সাম যেটা আছে, সাম মড 10 কি আসবে 2, ঠিক আছে। এটাকে ধরো আর বলে একটা ভেরিয়েবলে স্টোর করলে, আর ক্যারি বলে একটা ভেরিয়েবল স্টোর করলে, সেই ভেরিয়েবল বানালে তার মধ্যে সাম বাই 10 করলে, তাতে 1টা চলে এলো, ঠিক আছে। এটা এই ক্যালকুলেশনটা হলো। এইবার এই যে 8টা আছে, আর প্লাস ক্যারেক্টার 0, কারণ আমাকে স্ট্রিং বানাতে হবে যেটা which is displayable by terminal, ওকে।
আচ্ছা,
যদি 0 করো তাহলে এখানে কি আসবে, 2 এর ASCII, মানে ASCII of 2 আসবে, ঠিক আছে, মানে it is displayable by memory, বুঝতে পারছো তো এই জায়গাটা আমি কেন 0 করছি। তারপরে এই যে যখন ক্যারি হচ্ছে, এই ক্যারিটা এখানে থাকছে, নেক্সট টাইম আমি যখন অ্যাড করছি ধরো, ঠিক আছে, এখানে 12, এখানে 2 প্লাস 1 3 প্লাস 1 4, এই 4টা এখানে স্টোর হয়ে যাবে, ক্যারি 0, ক্যারি কিছু নেই, আবার 1 প্লাস 1 2, ঠিক আছে। এবারে সাম হলে কি হবে, এটাই হবে। এইবারে আমি যদি একটা পাতি স্টেটমেন্ট লিখি, প্রিন্ট এফ সি, মানে সরি কোটেশনস এর মধ্যে %s \n দিয়ে দিলাম যাতে নিউ লাইন হয়। যদি সি আমি লিখি, তোমার টার্মিনালে কি লেখা থাকবে, টার্মিনালে, এটা টার্মিনাল আছে, টার্মিনালে আসবে 2 4 2, বুঝতে পেরেছো। মানে আমার এই একটা অ্যারে আছে, এই একটা অ্যারে আছে, আমি ইউজুয়াল 1 2 3 প্লাস 1 1 9টাকে একটু অন্যভাবে করলাম, এটা অ্যারে আছে, এটা একটা অ্যারে আছে, এই অ্যারের করেসপন্ডিং এক একটা পজিশনকে আমি অ্যাড করলাম, এই ভ্যালুগুলো এখানে এলো, ভ্যালুগুলো এখানে এলো, নালটা নালের মতোই থাকলো যাতে আমাকে ডিসপ্লে করতে হবে।
হ্যাঁ, এবারে ওদের কোশ্চেনটা কি বলতো, যে ওদের কোশ্চেনটা হচ্ছে ডেটা টাইপের রেঞ্জটা তাহলে বাড়লো কিভাবে, বক্তব্যটা ওদের, মানে এই প্রসেসটা হয়তো বুঝেছে। এবার
হ্যাঁ, তো ডেটা টাইপের
রেঞ্জটা বাড়লো কিভাবে।
হ্যাঁ, এবারে দেখো, নর্মাল ইন্ট যদি আমরা দেখি, ঠিক আছে, ইন্ট এক্স, ইন্টের সাইজ হচ্ছে মেমোরিতে কত 4 বাইটস, ঠিক আছে। ইউজুয়াল নর্মাল সিস্টেমে তাহলে কি হবে 2 টু দি পাওয়ার 4, সরি 8 minus 1, that is 2 to the power 32 minus 1 যদি আমি আনসাইন্ড ধরি, ঠিক আছে, আনসাইন্ড, ঠিক আছে, আনসাইন্ড ধরো, আনসাইন্ড আছে, এটা তোমার এই জিনিসটাকে স্টোর করছে, ঠিক আছে। এবারে তুমি যদি ক্যালকুলেটর দিয়ে দেখো এটা বিশালই কম, ঠিক আছে। এইবারে আমি যে অ্যারেটা বানাচ্ছি A4, ধরো আমি A4 বানালাম, ঠিক আছে, এ ম্যাক্সিমাম কত স্টোর করতে পারবে। ধরো আমি যে কনভেনশনটা নিচ্ছিলাম এটা ধরো 0 আছে, ঠিক আছে, আমি শুধু এইটুকু পোর্শনই ইউজ করতে পারছি, ঠিক আছে, এটা ম্যাক্সিমাম ভ্যালু কত করতে পারবে? 999, তো কি 10⁻³ - 1, ঠিক আছে। তো ক্যালকুলেশনটা দেখো কিভাবে হচ্ছে। তার মানে আমার যদি একটা অ্যারে সাইজ যদি আমি n ইউজ করি, ঠিক আছে, ধরো ফর ক্লারিফিকেশন আমি ধরো n+1 করলাম, ঠিক আছে, তাহলে কি হবে, আমি কত ভ্যালু স্টোর করতে পারবো? 10⁻n - 1, বুঝতে পেরেছো?
হুম।
এবারে ধরো আমার এটা আমার সি আমাকে এই এই অ্যারে সাইজ বাড়াতে কোনো কিছু বলে না, আমি ধরো এটা দিলাম 1 0 0 0 0, ধরো ভালো করে বলি, ধরো 10⁻4 দিলাম, ঠিক আছে, 10⁻4 + 1, তাহলে কি হবে আমার এই যে রেঞ্জটা হবে 10⁻4 - 1, বিশাল বেড়ে যাবে, বুঝতে পেরেছো?
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
ওকে, তাহলে বোঝা গেছে আশা করি যতটুকু। তো থ্যাংক ইউ অভিষেক। তাহলে
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
ওকে, তাহলে দ্য থিং ইজ দ্যাট আজকে